Hello, welcome to Larisa Lili Temperance. Today we're doing your love reading. This is for anyone Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the sign of Leo. Also know this is a general read, so this is a unique read, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But I think in these single reads, there is a gem for everyone. Also, this is a read for manifesting love. So for those who've been single, right? Single, not situationship. We're not going to hear about situationships here. I find that to be extremely unhealthy, and it's very obvious no one, as every reader knows, and you read in the comments, no one's extremely happy in them anyway. So I want everyone to manifest real love, to heal, to empower, because this reading is also about empowering you to be able to stand your ground, raise your standards, and feel very confident when you go out there to to find love, but in graceful, healthy ways, because this isn't about holding on to past. This isn't about being petty, and so on, you guys, please. So the lineup here, sorry, there's an interruption. I'm not sure if it'll happen again. But if you're in soul connections and other connections you want to reconnect with, I have other reads that may pertain to your situation. So I'm very claircognizant and clairsentient for those who are new to my channel. So I have channel messages. I meditate on all the energies to all the signs prior to opening my read. And so I already have channel messages for you. So the lineup for this reading, because it's different, this is going to be overarching energies for the focus of the read, as well included the channel messages. Then we're going to focus on your heart chakra in the past. Then we'll focus on the evolution of your heart chakra, what it needs to do to heal, to manifest, to clear blockages. Then we'll focus on sacral chakra. I call it the thirsty sacral, right? Because as singles, it's probably one of the sacrals that we use to engage in intimacy and where we feel confident, and really what helps us go out there and be our best selves and feel very confident and sensual. So we do focus on sacral, but we also focus on how to transmute that energy. So for those who don't believe in sexual energy at all, in terms of, obviously some people practice abstinence, practice, not having no fap or all of that. Then obviously we're still engaged, we're still talking about how to transmute that energy anyways. I'll still go into it, right? Because it doesn't mean you can't transmute. You still feel those energies, you just transmute them differently. And that is okay too. Then we'll look at your future person, right? We'll look at the future person. We'll look at timing, when you might meet this person, and we'll also look at signs as well. So let's just begin the overarching energy for you, Leo. Okay, wow, I can't remember, one of the other signs got this as well. So we have the World. Now, first channel messages for you, Leo, for February. Oh, by the way, happy Valentine's Day. As you can see, the red scheme, I'm very much in the Valentine's Day this whole month, and just enhancing the energy here. So your channel messages, Leo, was self-love, beginnings, and peace. Sorry. Which must be a confirmation, because here we have this is judgment. Judgment is review and contemplation. So there's a lot of you into review of your past and contemplating one, because I think you're really on this way of loving yourself, nurturing yourself, and knowing that you are desiring a new beginning. But before that beginning really starts to manifest, which in all honesty, if you're practicing and nurturing yourself and healing and really taking decisive action in your life, then that means it is your beginning. It is your new beginning. So here we have, you've accomplished a great deal in your life and you have much to be proud of. Now it's time to decide what's next. As you contemplate the past and the present, you'll get clear on your divine life purpose. Don't be distracted by conventional thinking. Be the real you. And again, this is about you becoming authentic, really. This review is about bringing more peace in your life, letting go. I really feel this energy of letting, wow, illusions. Yeah. So, transformation in the bottom. So we know this is a rebirth here for sure. Leo. So we have illusions here. You might be fooling yourself or others are fooling you. Don't let your mind or someone else put lies into your head. You know your own truth. Be careful of people who don't have integrity. Take off the blindfold and see what is real. And again, this is again choosing authenticity right now for yourself. Really dropping the illusions, maybe ways you were probably kind of suppressing emotions and denying sides of yourself, truths to yourself that, you know, you realize weren't really serving you, and at the end of the day weren't really bringing you the connection and the love you wanted. And so again, maybe attracting the same kind of people, and you're like asking yourself, how the hell do I keep attracting the same kind of energies? And so a lot of it has to do with the truths you tell yourself and the illusions you live in, right? And I mean, it's not a negative thing, okay, Leo? Like, I mean, these things happen, and this is the whole point of spiritual maturity, right? Growing into yourself and really developing the authentic sides of yourself. And it requires these truths. But guess what? Unfortunately, a lot of the times, these emotions and these beliefs that we have within ourselves are never going to grow and mature unless they're challenged. And how are they challenged? Through our relationships. And so unfortunately, that's just the way it goes, right? So let's see the past heart chakra for Leo, please. Give me one more, Spirit. More on the heart chakra in the past for Leo. Leo, you guys always come out so strong in your readings. Open up, lead, and here we have observe and we have release. Wow. And I have to say, all this feels very, and then healing begins. So we have 2 4s, and this is what's happening. You are rerouting yourself. You're stabilizing. 4 is structure. It has to do with everything, your belief system. 4 is about restructuring your foundation, what you believe in. And so it's about planning. It's coming to realizations. It's, you know, really stabilizing what those core values of yours are going to be going forward. And you opening up and really taking this lead for yourself, right? Because in the past, I feel there was some level of neglect. And you know what? What's interesting is this energy here. This is healing energies, because we have healing begins and release. So this feels, I'm loving that Spirit is bringing this up, because I feel like the Leos I'm picking up have just kind of been in this state of really, really healing themselves and kind of seeing things for what it is. Like really being an observer of their lives, even studying your past. Again, because here we have review and contemplation with judgment, because you have judgment. And so this here is the Hanged Man. So there's a lot of change in perspective. You know, here you have release, right? And so there's a lot of, which is the Death card. There's a lot of endings here of just old ways. You really are in a place of healing, facing things and harmonizing yourself, Leo. You know, I've been picking this up for Leos, you know, in my other reads for some time. And I feel like this is very intentional. So let's look at some toxic blockages that probably interfered with, you know, you embracing real love for a while. And again, you guys, this is not to trigger people. These readings are to heal and transmute energy and to really face things. I do this for guidance and I do this out of love, okay? So again, my channel's for healing. It's not for negative energy. I really want to keep this channel as positive as possible, because I understand we have our wounds, and sometimes I get comments that honestly I don't appreciate. And it's not that I take anything personal, but again, I also want to keep the space sacred for those who are not in that negative space, or who understand and are in this willing space to look for a safe space to heal, you know? You can't have negative energy in that space. That's just not how it works. So there we go. Okay, Leos, let's see what these triggers are. So we have love bomb. Would it last? Getting what they want, hot and cold. Okay. Third party, they have a secret, and mindful practice. Okay, so I'm getting various things here, Leo. So we all know in every sign there are some that are angels, and then there are those who are not so angels, right? I've got to address both. Okay, so here I am picking up for those of you who have been in third party situations, who've really had lots of deceptive energies around them when engaging in relationships where they were really deceived, where you had people who would just love bomb you, and they were very hot and cold, who would just ghost, never intentional, not really with any kind of integrity. And so this is what I was saying, that these illusions, I really felt this energy of like, how do I keep attracting this same energy? For some of you, a lot of you, it was like a repeating energy that kept coming and reappearing in your life. And so I see here, because this is a trigger, mindfulness, right? Mindful practice, inner peace. It's because there really was an inner peace within yourself, right? There wasn't truths really being told to yourself. And this is why here you're in review and contemplation. Judgment is here. So basically the universe is like, no. Judgment comes, puts the brakes, and say, don't be distracted by conventional thinking. Be the real you. And now it's time for you to be mindful of who you are, dropping the illusions, right? You might be fooling yourself, or others are fooling you, right? So again, there's that energy of others are fooling you, if you guys were constantly in these situations where, again, there was no intimacy, there was no connection, which was leaving you unfulfilled. Now, for those, you might be fooling yourself. Now, you're the person, you're the not so angel Leos, right? Who are putting other people in third party situations as well. And here you are also love bombing people, but guess what? You're not happy. If this energy is coming up, it's because either energies who's either on the receiving end of the third party and the pain, or who's the giver of the pain, is because we're not in mindful practice. We're just kind of going about life, and here we have runner. Someone is running from the truth, and not really taking authority. And that's why we have the Emperor here, lead. And it's about structure, authority, about what we really want to stabilize our life. And so it gets old, and you will run, but it will eventually catch up, and you will no longer be able to engage in these connections because they mean absolutely nothing. They bring nothing. They're not fulfilling. They're not nourishing. They don't add to your goals. They don't add to you on a soul level. They don't add any value. You're stuck. You're broke. I mean, there's a combination of things that happen when these connections are being, engaged in, right? The waste of time, because everything's a currency. Your time, your energy. You've got to value that. And so I do feel, though, that there's been a lot of reflection, right? Because this is all the past. We're looking at the past. And so a lot of you have been like taking these initiatives and really understanding healing is your beginning. That's why Spirit said self-love, right? So back to our channel messages. Now I know why Spirit gave them to me. Self-love, beginnings, and peace. And this is about your peace of mind and your own self-love right now. So we're going to go into the evolution of your heart chakra. How do we get you to move forward? So what is the power perspective for Leos, please? What is the power perspective for Leos? Yeah, I mean, seriously, Leos. Let go, let God. You are armed with ancestral wisdom. Beautiful, because I really feel this is the judgment, ancestral wisdom. Judgment is here. You're being overseen. You're being protected in this transition. The illusions need to go. Embrace your flaws and know they're awesome regardless. And you know what? This is a time where you get to pick yourself up, right? Where the healing begins. You start to harmonize. You take accountability, because obviously that's what the Emperor does. The Emperor is about accountability. Like the Emperor in a healthy way, the Emperor is no joke. Is about integrity, authenticity, very well decisive in everything, very comfortable in themselves, and embrace their flaws. They know they're not perfect, but because also they've learned. The Emperor has been through it. The Emperor is not, the Emperor has been around the block a few times and has also made the mistakes, but also learned. And now it's so much experience, and so that's why Spirit is saying, let go and let God. Like, this is also about bringing more faith into your life. Again, practicing, right? Because there was no inner peace before. And this is about your peace. This is about bringing peace in your life for once. So let's see what's the guidance here to work on. How does Leo need to work on this, Spirit? How do you guide them? What is the guidance for them to work on? Yep. Give me one more on what Leo, the guidance for Leo, for their heart chakra. So we have count your blessings. This is about gratitude. You know what? You've been through it. You've done this. This is about accountability, seeing for what it is, and then just being grateful, and then here, make a plan. And that's also that Emperor energy. And I'm feeling this is about you taking those initiatives. So really being in that feeling more empowered in the fact that you're, again, rerouting yourself. You can change it. You're changing your life. And again, this is about dropping the illusions. This is about operating out of integrity now. And that does require, because at this point, you're going to be more mindful going forward in how you manifest love, right? And we're going to see who that person is for some of you, right? So let's see, what else does Spirit have in this message here? What else do we have for Leos, please? What else do we have for Leos? Give me one more guidance for Leo for this heart chakra. So first card. Oh my God, I love what's coming out, you guys. First card, take time away from love. Freedom can be the gateway to happiness. Thank you, Spirit. Again, channel message, self-love, beginnings, and peace. This is about taking a break. This healing begins. This is really about your initiatives right now, Leo. This is about conscious living. This is truly about conscious living. So here we have hitting the pause button and taking some time apart can help you grow as an individual, and a chance for them to realize what life looks like without you. And so this is great because, if you're in a connection, and now for those of you who may want to re-manifest a love, because I'm about new love here, but it's okay to want to manifest or reconcile with someone. This is about also your own self-respect. But I don't really feel, because obviously we're single here, this is not about showing someone. Obviously, the heart grows fonder when there's distance. But this is about hitting the pause for you and nurturing yourself at this point. Take time. You need to slow down. So we have here, you are being divinely guided. And we have that twice. We have the ancestral cards here. And the fact that, again, judgment, those are the angels. That's judgment. That's just the universe nurturing you as well. You're exactly where you need to be. Your love life is divinely guided. Wait for answers. Yes. So, this is about being patient. This new beginning is here. There's so much being reevaluated that we don't need to rush the change, right? We don't need to rush it. So take your time. Oh my God, here's a slow your roll. Don't always respond immediately or be so available. Keep them a little off kilter. It's magnetic. Slow it down and let them work their way up your priority list. And for those of you who probably in the past used to like put other people first before you, this is now your, you know, understanding that things progress better when you move slowly. And it's also is a form of self-respect for yourself as well, right? Showing that you have your own, you have standards, you have your own standards. I always feel, because I'm the same way, I take my time. Personally, I take my time. You know, I'm also single and I take my time with the dating world. Like I don't like being rushed when it comes to meeting someone, all this quickness. I take my time even with the meeting. Now, I take my time with getting to know you, but I also am very decisive. So I also don't waste my time. Two different things, right? Because again, like I said, this is about your currency in all aspects. Your energy, your money, you know, your time, all of it. It's all currency. And so how, what, you know, I just don't have the time to give people any of that currency, and knowing like for too long if I know they don't have good intentions, or even if they're splitting their attention, and you can tell when they're not 100% invested. So what's the point? So we're going to look at the guidance, the adjustments required for you, Leos. What is the adjustments required for Leos? What else? What other adjustments can we? Oh my goodness. I'm not taking all this. Let's see, one more spirit for Leos. There we go. So again, so we have set relationship goals. Yes. And again, I really feel this is about making a plan. So here, recognize what makes you happy and strive to find that in your love life. So this is really this is about conscious living. No joke, Leos. Conscious living, and meditate, quiet the mind and let your soul speak. And really, this is, you know, again, mindfulness. This is about conscious living, taking the time and really hearing yourself and what your true desires are, you know. So we're going to look into your sacral energy. Let's see, what is Leo's thirsty sacral? What is your sacral energy? What are your dirty thoughts in the sacral? What are Leo's thoughts? Ooh, that's a lot, but okay, fine. And we're all grown-ups here, because these cards can be a little much, but we're grown-ups here, okay? So let's see. Give me one more, spirit, from here. I like to see the contrast from these two decks of the sacral energy. Okay, so all right, so we have bend me over and punish me with your hands. Tie me to the bedpost, do whatever you want to me. And then put me on a sex swing and F me all night. Wow, this is playtime. And then we have, wow, breast play. So I see where you're at, Leo. You guys in a very playful place. I feel like this is a very hold on. I want to really express what I'm feeling when I hear all this. This is what you guys, this Emperor energy truly is no joke. Like, this is such Leo energy here in terms of sacral, very control, very much leading the experience, right? Because there's someone there's a dominant and there's a submissive. And this is just you knowing that this is just, you want to embrace these energies in your connections. You know, you're a very empowering, fiery energy when it comes to your sexual experiences, your sacral experiences. And so there is pleasure in watching your partner. That's what I'm feeling. This is where Leos actually get to set themselves free. I really feel like sacral has a lot to do with how free you feel. And so when you finally engage in healthy relationships, you're going to be able to have this level of freedom, this comfort, knowing that this person is also yours. And I feel like Leos are very prideful when it comes to their person. Not in, you know, we don't want that to be in an unhealthy way, but in a way where they're so loyal to their person. And so when they're loyal to their person, it's all about their person. And this is a person, this is an energy that is all about their person and making sure their person feels good. And, you know, this is not for everybody. This is not to be giving this good to just anybody. And that's where we're at, right? How do we transmute this in a healing way, Spirit? What is the healing ways to transmute this energy? Thank you. Of course. Oh my God. I love this. Heart opening. Leos, this is important. I forgive you. Look at this. Heart. This is when it's going to come in, Leo. You're going to feel in a good place once you really decide for yourself what your connections will look like going forward. When you make that decision of what that standard is, what you won't let down. You're not going to let yourself down in that way again. Like whatever you experience, all this energy here, like I said, for the ones who, my little angels who suffered this, you know, you're putting yourself first. This is about your self-love, right? And really setting these relationships and holding yourself to it too, because this is about your, like, how can other people respect your standards and your goals if you're not holding them on like high regards yourself, right? And for those who are my not so angels, same goes for you. This is about releasing the past, finally living in your heart. That sacral, how using sexual energy in unhealthy ways is because your heart was closed, and it requires forgiveness. And whatever that energy is, whatever needs to be healed, needs to be released. The illusions need to drop. Again, you might be fooling yourself, or others are fooling you. Don't let your mind or someone else put lies into your head. You know your truth. Be careful of people who don't have any integrity. And a person in their heart lives in high integrity. They're not afraid. They're not afraid. So, okay, let's see who's coming in for you, Leo. The exciting energy of what's coming in for love for Leo. What's coming in? Oof. So it's this guy. I see, my goodness, Leo, see, it's safe for you to love and flirt. So this is about, and of course, who you attract. So attraction. So this is about who you're attracting in. And this is you having a more light-hearted approach, right? Light, look at the word, light-hearted. This is about your heart, right? And healed. This is about coming in more healed and knowing that once you're healed, you're going to be able to open yourself up more, because you're going to feel more in a safe space. And guess what? That's going to shift who you attract. So let's look at some timing here. What do we got? 3 weeks from now. Ooh, some of you it will. Maybe you guys are going on dates for the month of February. In a month time, you know, and then bottom of that is future, of course. I mean, not too far, right? But in a month time. So some of you will be meeting this person very soon, you know, maybe going out on dates for the month of Valentine's. meeting new people. So let's see what sign is coming in for Leos. What is the sign for Leo's person? Gemini for some of you. Who else? Who else, Spirit? A fire sign, another fire sign, and an earth sign. So that means Sagittarius, another Leo, or a Aries, or an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. So let's see. I also wanted to pull mutual thoughts. We want to see what would be the desired mutual thoughts between you and this person. What would align? What will be the aligning? Although we fight a lot, I learned so much from you. You're on each other's team. Stop competing. And where you go, I go. So see, this is about you finding someone. The person you'll find, you guys are going to be very mutual about again, this is about your standards, aligned with what you want in your connections, right? You're on each other's team. You're going to be a team. It's not about competing. It's not about this tit for tat. Where you go, I go. It's again about being a team, being collaborative within the connection. And although we fight a lot, I learned so much from you, and understanding that forgiveness and living in your heart and living in forgiveness is always needed, you know, in order for a healthy relationship to succeed. This isn't about always being upset and like running, again, being this runner. We have runner here, running when things get bad. This is learning to appreciate each other even when things are tough, but in a healthy way. So anyways, Leo, this is your single read. Thank you for stopping by here at Larisa Lili Temperance. Please like, share, subscribe, click that bell button if you enjoy my frequency. But with that said, live always relentlessly in striving aspiration. This is the evolution of your soul, and I'm here to nurture you. Until next message. Bye.